going on, Jerome's? The first night of the 2024 NFL selection meeting is in the books, and there's a lot of things going on. So number one, I am in love with the Vikings draft. Kwesi kept his powder dry, didn't panic when the quarterbacks went 1, 2, 3, didn't overpay in a trade up, did box out the Broncos and the Raiders for J.J. McCarthy, but didn't sell the farm, as well as they landed edge rusher 1 in Dallas Turner. I love it. I absolutely love and adore everything about this class. Now, yes, I know the Latu went ahead of Dallas Turner, but for me, personally, Turner is edge rusher 1. That's right. And there's so many things that went on. Number one, objectively, the Falcons taking Michael Penix Jr. at 8 after paying Kirk Cousins $180 million with $100 million guaranteed is objectively the funniest thing that has ever happened in NFL draft history. I know that it's Schadenfreude, but this is fantastic. It's just really, really good. But recapping the first round, and then we'll talk about who's still available for day 2 tonight. So Williams 1, Daniels 2 to the Commies, Drake May to the Patriots, So I worry about Daniels and May on their respective teams. They're probably going to start right away. And talent-wise, O-line, I know that the Patriots have Onwenu, but weapons-wise, I know that the Commies have Scary Terry, but I'm concerned. Cardinals taking Harrison Jr., which I love that pick. Also, the Cardinals later on picking up Darius Robinson. I love both of those picks. Absolutely nailed and smashed it. But yeah. So all of the rumors and conjectures. Oh, could Harrison Jr. not be wide receiver 1? No, he's the guy, and Kyler Murray definitely gets himself wide receiver 1. Chargers going Joe Walton in this class. Now, do they switch Slater to right tackle? Do they kick Slater inside? Who knows? But Joe Walt, the pride of Totino Grace, Minnesota kid, looking damn good out in La La Land. The Giants. So this is basically where Kwesi was playing poker, and he called the Giants bluff because Kwesi could have panicked, traded up to 4 or 5, paid through the nose in all likelihood. But basically, the Giants, who had just paid Daniel Jones, like Malik Neighbors was there, and they need a wide receiver 1. And if they would have taken McCarthy, who is he going to throw to? So they take Neighbors. Latham going to the Titans. Now, with the Titans, with the Callahans in charge, and Brian Callahan, head coach, as well as Bill Callahan, is one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL. Latham, I mean, is just going to blot out the sun at that right tackle spot. It's beautiful. And then 8, again, the Falcons just randomly taking Penix is hilarious, objectively hilarious. Now, I don't know what's going on with Atlanta. Could it be because they're saying I know that Fontenot and Raheem Morris are like, well, this is like the Jordan Love 8-round Rodgers situation. Not really, because in 2 years Penix is going to be 26. In 3 years he's going to be 27. And also, ironically, that's the same age as Sam Darnold right now. But okay, you just paid all this money to Kirk Cousins. You have to be all in with him, and you take Penix. I don't understand. And this would have been the spot for Dallas Turner. Raheem Morris having his choice of any defensive player in this draft. It's funny. Rome Odunze going to the Bears. Now, these 2 picks, with Williams and Odunze, were probably 2 of the more mocked picks. But Odunze with Keenan Allen as well as DJ Moore for Williams, that's pretty good. McCarthy. Now, some fans are upset that the Vikings had to give up a 4-5 to box out the Broncos and the Raiders from moving up to 10. That's the cost, right? And because Penix Jr. went off the board, that meant there's only 1 quarterback left, and McCarthy fits perfectly what Kevin O'Connell wants to do on offense, and that's what it costs. And the Vikings, guess what? Still had an extra fourth and a 5th, which they used, the 5th rounder later on. But the Jets dropping back, picking up some picks, taking Olu Fashanu. Yes, they need help along the offensive line in front 8 Ron Rodgers. 12. So everyone and their mom is saying, like, oh, J.J. McCarthy is Christian Ponder 2.0. We'll get into all those reasons why that's very stupid. But, 12. So the Broncos, this is Christian Ponder. So the Vikings, back in the day in 2011, ironically, at pick 12, they took Christian Ponder because there was a run on quarterbacks, and Ponder was the last one left. Same thing with this. They panicked and took Bo Nix in this spot because he was the only quarterback left, and they don't have a second-round pick. That's exactly what happened. So we'll see. All this talk is like, oh, Bo Nix is like Drew Brees. Yeah, we'll see. Stupid ass Sean Payton. And also, one of the reasons why I love that the Vikings got McCarthy is because stupid ass Sean Payton wanted JJ McCarthy. 13. So the Raiders taking BPA Brock Bowers. I love it. I really love it. Where with Devontae and company, and whether it's Minshew, whether it's Aiden O'Connell, Bowers improves everyone. It's great. Fuaga, yes, because the Saints need help at both tackle spots. Latu going to the Colts now. I mean, the Colts are interesting. Where, they certainly could have used a receiver, corner, defensive line, everything. And Latu, I mean, if his medicals check out, I mean, he's going to be good to go. I love him there. Byron Murphy II going to the Seahawks. I kind of like that fit. Of course, Mike McDonald, he understands the value of having just complete quick step penetrator like he had with the Ravens with Matabuke. And Murphy coming in with Boye Mafe and company. Let's go. 17, the Vikings trading up with the Jaguars, going from 23 to 17. And the Vikings getting Dallas Turner. Now, in terms of pure pass rushing ability, Turner has that. He's got speed. He's got quickness. He's Brian Burns reborn, redux. He's Trent Cole adjacent. And Turner, I don't think that Turner's going to be a 3-down player right away. But what he will do is be that pass rushing sub package dude who just gets after it. And Turner with Grenard and AVG and Jihad and Patrick Jones second. All of a sudden, the Vikings got some hunters, pun intended, on the edge. Mims goes to the Bengals because they definitely need help along the offensive line. Landon Brown Jr. ain't going to cut it. Jared Verse goes to the Rams, so they need to try and replace that pass rush that Aaron Donald provided. And Verse, a little bit older of a prospect, rushing the edge, but he and Byron Young are a nice duo out there in La La Land. Troy Fatanu, Washington, the Steelers have always needed offensive line help. Chop Robinson going to the Dolphins. Now, what's interesting is that Dallas Turner's family, I mean, they had a lot of Dolphins gear, so I think they were hoping to head to South Beach, but the Dolphins, stick and pick and pick up Chop Robinson, stud edge rusher from Penn State. Quinion goes to the Eagles, so they break the seal on corners. I get what really sucks. I think that's a really good fit. BTJ goes to the Jaguars after they moved down. That's a good fit after they weren't able to retain Ridley, but they get a physical freak receiver on the outside. Terry Arnold goes to the Lions. I hate it because that is such a good fit. I mean, Terry Arnold, probably the one of the best press man corners in this class, and the Lions definitely needed help at corner even before Sutton got his stuff. So Arnold, man, I don't like it. I don't like it because Terry Arnold's a good player. Respect him a lot. Jordan Morgan. So the Packers got their card in. Jordan Morgan is a monster coming out of Arizona. So helping to replace Bakhtiari, and also they can keep Zach Tom at right tackle. So they're going to be good to go. Graham Barton goes to the Buccaneers. That's a fantastic fit for them, replacing Jensen. I think that Barton will play center. Darius Robinson, like we said, monster in the front seven. I mean, he could play 3-tech, 4-tech, 5-tech, edge rusher. He could do whatever the hell you want. So the Bills have to stop trading with the Chiefs. So the Chiefs pick up Xavier Worthy, the speed king, the 40-yard dash record holder at the combine. Xavier Worthy is like 166 pounds at 5'11", but I mean, he and Mahomes together, that's gross. The Cowboys traded down, and they took Tyler Guyton. So yes, they need help at tackle, and Guyton would step in right away for Tyron. Wiggins goes to the Ravens. Ravens are so good at the back end of the first round, just getting dudes. And then 2 picks for receiver, Ricky Pearsall going to the Niners. Now, does this mean that the Niners are open for business on Ayuk? Maybe even Debo? We'll see. And then Xavier Leggett, everyone on their mom knew that the Panthers were in on him. But they trade up with the Bills, and who had traded with the Chiefs, and they get that 5th-year option on XL and get Bryce Young, a great target. keeping him in the Carolinas. So players still remaining. So Cooper DeJean fell out of the first round. Johnny Newton is still there. Kool-Aid. A.D. Mitchell. A lot of people thought A.D. was going to go ahead of his teammate Xavier, but didn't happen. Lad McConkey still out there chilling. Keon Coleman, speaks to the depth of this wide receiver class. Nealon, a lot of people thought that he could have been a surprise first-round pick. Rakestraw is still there as well. Edgerrin Cooper, Seal hasn't been cracked on off-ball linebackers as of yet. Peyton Wilson still chilling. Jenkins, Colson, Lassiter, TJ. Jonathan Brooks may be waiting for a little bit. Tyler Newbin. JPJ also falls out of the first round. A lot of people had projected that potentially. I think that there's some concern about him being a one-year wonder. Let's see, Benson, Hicks, Polk, Tavondre Sweat. He may be waiting for a while. Roger Rosengarten. People thought that maybe he could sneak into the back end of the first round, but either way, even though the Vikings don't have a day 2 pick, it's still going to be super interesting. There's a lot of very talented players that easily could have gone in round 1 who are going to go in round 2. But like I said, I mean, the drama, all the trades, the maneuvering, all the quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks in the first 12 picks, which is insane. And initially the draft was very boring because the first 6 selections, Williams, Daniels, May, Harrison, Alt, and Neighbors it was basically chalk. I mean, a lot of people had that mock drafted, and also no trades in the top end of the draft. Actually, no trades until 10. But then things got nuts after the Falcons were just like, whatever. It's great, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Day 1 recap of the 2024 NFL Draft. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.